So I think that's probably the biggest thing I like. I mean, not to knock mechanics, but
Right.
you know, nowadays the mechanics don't actually like do the engine. So in a sense, you know, it is hard. You know, you got to build a bike a certain way, but you know, back in the day they had to do bottom ends, top ends, like so. Now, you know, I think
Drive the box fans.
it's almost drive the box fans, get groceries. Not saying the mechanics don't work hard. I know they do, but I think their morale with me and Steve, or like Chad said, anybody I think is was more important than.
In '99, you podiumed in Indianapolis. We were Noli Yamaha. I was changing suspension fluid on the road, finding nitrogen from a dealer, splitting the top end, changing main bearings, jetting the bike each and every week by myself, driving to the races, getting groceries, washing the box fan. Like that's 100% does not happen anymore.
Yeah, and I think it's cool sometimes when a rider meshes well with the mechanic and he brings them with them and they continue. You know, I mean, even Chad still got the same mechanic he's had for a while now. So
yeah, it's a different deal nowadays for sure. I remember how cold it was some of those races. We had the propane heater in the back of the box fan.
Yeah, it was cold.
And we're just eating like top ramen, just like
it's like 200 calories. And that was going on racing.
I know, dude.
That was crazy.
Do you think that bond, you know, in the '90s and I guess the early 2000s made the team better as far as rider mechanic made it better for the rider than it does now, or maybe there's a disconnect between the rider and the mechanic sometimes?
I think it gives the rider individuality and their own identity. Where now it's like everybody wears the same gear, everybody wears the same. You know, they train the same, they do everything the same. It doesn't make any sense.
I think Chad's got a point though. Like the mechanics stay with the teams now. Very rarely do the mechanics go with the riders anymore. And so you get a point where if the rider's not performing, or the rider's complaining a bit, the team kind of goes, well, it's not us, like it's them. It's a little bit more of that nowadays than.
And I think nowadays, like from a rider's point of view, like you used to go to your mechanic, you know, like your go-to person was always the mechanic, and then you would say, hey, it's not running. You know, for the most part, you'd bounce some ideas off of Bobo, but like for the most part, you kind of like thought about your, you know, like Timmy would be like, hey, it's too rich. You change a jet, or we didn't do that back then. You know, nozzle.
Nozzle, right.
But you know, like nowadays, like 98% of the time, I'm going straight to the electronics.
Oh yeah.
Like if I have any issue on the bike other than suspension, it's all electronics, nothing else. We don't do anything other than electronics and suspension. And
yeah, it's a different deal. When I think of those no-lean privateer days, and then I go to the factory team, and we were still doing our motors at Yamaha. We did our motors. We changed our tires.
Yeah.
Guys weren't even doing that back then.
We were the only team changing tires.
We were the only team changing tires. We're the only guys, mechanics, doing the motors for the most part, even with four-strokes. And then now you look a step further, those mechanics now are just bolting parts on. Just tightening, loosening. Grips and graphics. All right, Darkside, thanks, man. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Speaking of which, got a couple more questions for these guys from our fans, listeners. Let's go, Marks.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you this important bulletin from BTOsports.com.
You already did this. Okay, do it again.
Here's the tweets of Travis.
BTO Sports, use the code Pulpmx. These are questions submitted to @Pulpmx Show for Chad Reed, Tim Ferry, David Vuillemin. Let's go.
Any opportunity to play that intro,
I'm good
for it. Chad, this one's from Michael Antonovich. What is the most important?
Not familiar with him.
No, never heard of him. What is the most important thing MotoGP does better than Supercross or Motocross? And what does Supercross, Motocross do better than MotoGP?
Man, you're asking me about my favorite sport in the world. I wish I was a road racer, to be honest.
I find it so boring.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I find it so.
You and Red Dog.
No, you can't say that.
It's so awesome. But anyway, I think what I love about MotoGP is I feel like they still capture the rawness of racing, the bikes, the sound, the you know, just the hardcore fans, like the European vibe. Like I love the European vibe.
Yeah.
Like my dream is my kid becomes a badass soccer player and I move back to Europe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you go to Des Nations or Bercy. Nothing
and I think so that you know, and I really enjoy the technical aspect of it. you know, the tires, the electronics, and chassis, and I love that. Like, I follow it really, really closely. You know, I go on there daily, and it's like you hear rider, you know, like you get information off of every rider, every team, every day. You know, and our sport, I feel like it's so lame in the fact that, like, it just doesn't happen. Like, I don't think I talked to you at all this year, other than my podium, or you know, the whole St. Louis
I did go by
thing.
your truck a few times, and you didn't.
No, but I'd be gone because you'd be, you know, you had to go to press conference this year and things like that. And I just think that, like, they make it. I just think they do it right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy that part of it, I guess, the most. But what I was saying is, like, the riders. I feel like the riders, like, openly talk about their real problems, like when they're struggling, and it's acceptable. Like, like they talk about, like, you know what, the thing doesn't turn. Like, they talk negative, and they say, oh, you know, the Hondas this weekend are doing this, or the Honda guys say, you know what, the Yamahas are badass this weekend.
If you came out and said, you know what, I really feel like Eli's Cowie's got us.
I would get torched, you know, and it's just like, and I love that part of it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that they should be. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a motorcycle, and you know, I mean, sure, it's like there's different colors and things like that, but
it's a different mindset for sure.
It's a totally different mindset, and, like, you know, in our world, if you say, oh, you know, I'm struggling a little here or struggling there, then you get beat up for it. I think the one thing that Supercross does that nobody else can compete with is the access. You know, nobody has, nobody hits that market like we do. You know, the stadiums, like, you know, the way that everybody can see the track and they're right on top of the action. That's just, you know, nobody can compete with that.
Well, and then the fans, they can ride with Tomac at Elsinore, Glen Helen. You can't go play ball with Kobe.
No.
You know, ride with Rossi.
I went to the street courts. Kobe was there.
Yeah.
We had a game of one-on-one.
Yeah.
You know, that's the.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, we have there's definitely the accessibility of Supercross is second to none for sure.
But MotoGP, the coverage is insane.
Amazing. Yeah. Like, I watch it. I literally watch it. Like,
you see all the on TV, live on TV. You see all the practices and everything, and then
I'll watch Canadian Moto, I'll watch MXGP Moto, I'll watch American Moto, I watch hockey. But I don't have time for road racing.
Yeah, why don't you? Why don't you? Do you have Bean Sports?
Yes.
So record the race and just watch it from start to finish and see.
I'm busy.
Next
question.
Especially this year.
It's great.
Timmy's with me. Supercross.
Plus the French guy is doing good. Zarco is like.
Zarco's being badass.
Hey, I'm not giving you back the Supercross trophy.
You can have it.
Okay. All right.
I'll send you my High Point one too.
In the shed.
Yeah. I'm gonna clean it out.
Is that the one you sent on our picture?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. I had 93 ones in there.
Hey, it's not like you got a ton
92?
of national wins, buddy, like him. Like
I don't have many national wins.
Well, just
either.
wins, period. Like
Supercross, I got.
How many national wins do you have?
I don't even know.
I have it here. You have
not many.
I threw it away.
It's probably got
11,
more,
I think.
Yeah, maybe.
11.
It's got more than me.
I have a title though.
Yes. Next question, Marks.
This one's from Hobo Nick. For all three of you, what was the most annoying part or some pet peeves you had during the time you had with the other two as teammates?
DV?
No idea.
Pet peeves.
I always hated when they told me that this is what David or Chad was running, so run it. that really annoyed me.
Right.
Just like, hey, this is what they run and run it.
They like it.
Yeah.
It's better on the dyno.
It's a great mentality.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly right.
I don't know. I didn't really.
You guys all, like, except for the time.
Like, as much as we talk about even Red and I getting into it, or DV and I getting into it, it was like, I didn't feel like it was that big of a deal at the time.
But
you're
like,
at the track the next day, like just.
Yeah.
I've talked to a couple people that were teammates with Dungy, and I think this is a little bit with RV too. Although I was around the Cowie truck more, so I did see interaction between Weimer and RV a lot.
They were best buds.
But I've talked to a couple people that are teammates with Dunge, and they both told me I never see the guy. Motorhome video, motorhome signing, track gone. And you guys didn't. I mean, you had a motorhome. You had for outdoors or whatever you had for. But I felt like you guys just hung out. We all hung out in the lounge or whatever.
I felt like, I mean,
I don't know, maybe
the
not.
laughs and that's what I remember. My memory of
You
it.
know?
Watching video
And again, I don't know Dunge that well, but I just talked to a couple people like, hey, does he talk to you? Does he help you? And they're like, I never see the guy.
Yeah.
Not bad, just that's the way it is, you know? All right, Marks, next question.
This one's from Douglas Edwards for Timmy. How do you think Evan Ferry will do when he turns pro against the veteran Davalos in the lights class?
That was the best question of the night.
You're training Marty and Evan.
It's gonna be tough, man. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna pick Evan.
I swear to God, if I'm still covering the sport when Evan turns pro, shoot me. You have my permission. Just shoot me.
Why?
I was gonna say it's not that far away.
Dude,
How old is he?
12.
He's 12. I mean,
So is my son. Is my son's
5 years.
age.
Yeah.
you're still here in 5
Hey,
years.
DV
No
bought
way.
DV bought him a pair of Air Jordans.
100%.
You did?
Yep, when he was a baby.
Huh, nice job.
Yep.
I think I got him Chad Reed pajamas.
Yeah, he did. He did. No, a
For
blanket.
free. You got them for free.
No, it was a Chad Reed blanket, I think. Sleeping bag. I'm like, oh, great.
I'll give him an autograph signed photo of you.
Hey, it's pretty.
Hey, my little one, I don't know why, but Ricky Carmichael comes out just like as plain as day.
Yeah.
And he didn't talk for the longest time.
Right.
Ricky Carmichael. I go, okay.
Great, thanks.
Yeah.
Mosey's talking.
Next question, Marks.
DV, this one's from James Chris. He wants to know what your thoughts are on Porcel.
Everybody wants to know DV's thoughts on Porcel.
No, really. I think I talked about him for enough. Yeah, I think he wants to take it maybe slow right now and not take too many risks and still ride. So I think that's a good spot for him. I don't really follow Canadian nationals, not really on my priority list, but I saw he won a couple races, right?
He won the first 2, yeah.
You went 1-1?
No, he went 2-1 last week. He went 3-8 this weekend, crashing a second moto. And first round, he went 1-1.
He's winning the title?
He's Gerke's in the points lead now.
Huh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think, when you hear him talk, he's like he wants to ride safe, not get hurt.
Careful.
So,
his chick will be emailing the show. She likes to monitor his media training.
I'm not saying anything bad. That's the truth. That's what he says.
If you start saying something bad, she's going to email somebody.
So Supercross and outdoors not really, you can't really get results riding like that. So you got to go to like a lesser championship, I guess. So I guess that's a good option for him.
Next question.
This one's from Jordan Cheney for everybody. What areas of the sport do you think have progressed and regressed the most?
Nah, we covered that earlier.
Did we?
Yeah, kind of. Got something else?
Nope.
All right. Race Tech suspension, everybody. We used to do a Race Tech email segment, but let's skip it. Race Tech suspension, founded in 1984 by Paul Feed. They've been an innovator in motorcycle suspension technology as well as their motor department now, breaking through the limitations of OEM designs. Discover why more top privateers trust Racetech. Mention Pulpmx to get a discount on your high-performance suspension needs. Racetech.com. We thank those guys as well for coming on. Whether you need your suspension oil changed, revalved, or done, Racetech's got you covered. All right, let's do the X-Brand goggle tear-offs.
It's the X-Brand tear-off segment. 15-second rapid-fire Q&A.
Don't drag on these, DV. X-Brand goggles, the choice of champions everywhere. Freddie Norn, Brock Tickle, just some of the top riders wearing X-Brand. If you don't wear X-Brand, you won't win.
Don't pick me first. I'm eating a cookie.
X-Brand goggles. Use code Pulpmx17. I know. That's why I'm saying that, because you're a Scott guy. I'm not even familiar with that company. X-Brand goggles.
Knowles.
Knowles was so fired up this weekend.
Oh, did he? I watched it.
Yeah.
Did what's her name?
Carrie.
Did she not let him on the podium?
Yeah, because they were cut.
I could see it in the background of the on the TV,
yeah.
and I'm like, yes, I know, because you could tell he was all fired up.
He was losing his mind after the race.
That's awesome.
We spent $500,000 to be here. But they were short on time. They had to hurry up because of the gate malfunction. So Knowles couldn't put Baggett's goggles on his neck, and dude.
Yeah,
he lost his mind.
I could see it in the background.
It was great.
That's funny.
All right, these are questions, rapid-fire questions, Red Dog. You got to hurry up and answer these.
Yeah, let's go.
And brought to you by X-Brand Goggles. Like I said, choice of champions everywhere. If Chad wore X-Brand this past year, he probably would have won 3 or 4 Supercrosses, but he didn't. So, all right, let's go, Marks.
Chad, we'll start with you. Which factory team do you think runs the best program?
Can I get a better one that doesn't?
You can't answer that.
Yeah.
These are questions submitted by Corey Moser. Do you know him?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's already 0 for 1. I told him to be very good questions tonight. He's already 0 for 1. What is Chad supposed to say?
There's no good
No, I
answer
know.
for me on that one.
Nice.
But that's a DV question.
Yeah.
Nice job, jerk off Moser.
Why? What about you? You don't work for a team.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to be neutral, you know?
Why?
Because I just,
You're from Switzerland. I told them.
Switzerland.
I'm actually the only American in this room, probably.
I am too.
You're not American?
I am American.
Marks.
I'm
My
American.
passport.
No, but Mark's
passport. I
from
can-
Utah.
I
He's
can
not
swim.
American.
That's not American.
I can go both ways.
He's from Utah.
My passport says whatever. I got 2 of them.
I need to get one. All right, let's go.
Me too.
Red Dog,
You're not a citizen?
will Chad win another Supercross main event?
Yes. Oh, is that not me?
No.
He's got the stall to win.
I think there's a good possibility, yeah.
When you watched Glendale and you saw
Oh, dude, I thought you were going to win Vegas.
he would have won Vegas. You would have won
I
Vegas.
thought you were
With
gonna
all
win
the
Vegas.
shenanigans that were going on, you would have won Vegas.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda, I
Yeah.
guess.
Anderson
I should have won
just-
Pontiac
Oh,
in
yeah,
what, 02?
Anderson, like last turn. Yeah, I remember that.
But when you watch Chad at Glendale and he's jumping quads and he's moving through the pack, you're like, okay, he's got this. It's what was Glendale? Round 3? Round 4?
4, I think.
4? You're like, okay, yeah, he's got 13 more. He's got this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with the riders that are in it right now, yeah, there's a good possibility.
All right.
I think there was a tweet that for Chad. Somebody wanted to know what was said between you and Anderson after the Vegas race.
It was more him kind of like telling me his side of the story, like why he did it.
All right. Hey, by the way, during the commercial break, we watched Anderson's first turn move at High Point. Is that okay?
No.
That was pretty gnarly.
That was a great line.
All right, next question, Mark.
That was great.
DV, you've said making too many bike changes is not productive. So why doesn't Chad ever leave his setup alone?
I think riders don't start from stock bike enough. And I've said on the show long.
Yes, you have.
know. And who did that? Roxanne did that? Suzuki
Roxanne
or something?
did it last year, yep.
Yeah, I think everybody starts with a mod bike, which is, I don't think, a good thing, especially with a new bike. And it's always good to have a base and, start from stock and add a little bit on it and then go back. Sometimes this industry is factory, it needs a factory ride, it deserves a factory ride, this factory ride. But factory doesn't mean it's like the best thing ever.
43 seconds.
I don't care. I raced a 2007 privateer CRF 450. It was maybe the best 450 I ever rode. Even
Red Dog can vouch for that. Your 06 450?
The 07 450 was great.
Yeah,
And it was
Honda.
like
Yeah.
RG3
That's all right,
suspension,
yeah, it was good.
stock engine, pipe. The bike was great.
I got a quick story.
I got a top 5 Supercross.
Minute 8.
It was good.
Minute 8. All right.
So one time I broke a bike at Cowie, and I had a stock bike at my house, and then I went out and did a moto on it. And my brother took my lap times, and he said they were exactly the same. The bike was completely stock.
Right. Yeah.
So, I don't know. What about that time you beat my lap time, Chad, when you had that stock bike?
Yeah, we won't talk about what color
Area
it was.
51. Yeah.
Oh, Chad's 08 Honda you had in the garage for 100 years?
Dude, I
I thought it
remember
was
showing up. Yeah, it was a
Was it 08?
Honda. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't
We
matter.
did like a
It's
lap
long
time
time.
war.
Yeah.
Was it 07 or
Yeah.
seven
No,
or
it
eight?
was in 08, and I was on Supercross only, but I was out of the
totally
Yamaha.
stock?
Went and bought an 08
Yeah.
Honda, and the thing was badass.
Yeah, I would go faster. He would go faster.
You finally
I would
sold
go
it,
faster.
right?
He'd go faster.
I finally did sell it.
It was like sitting in your garage forever,
Yeah.
just some random.
I think I only just sold it like maybe last year.
Right. All right, next question. Moser's question's not so good so far.
Hit and miss.
All right.
Chad, which of DV's theories is the craziest?
Ooh. I think his tire pressure one is a little crazy because I think what he sees in pitches and on the thing, like I know the numbers, like at least on my side of the truck, and for what Dunlop makes you run, they're not that low. But as far as like old school, I remember the one thing I always remember DV doing was he'd always pull his bike off the stand, sit on it, and then
Bleed the forks.
and bleed the forks, always by himself. Never anybody else did it, and that was always unique. DV, I thought, like doing that, and he would always do it by himself.
38 seconds. Good job. All right, next question.
Red Dog, which is more surprising? Chad is still racing, or Mathis managed to make a career out of talking?
That's a toss-up, man.
It's pretty close.
It really is.
I've single-handedly kept you in the limelight for a long time.
Yeah.
You need to thank me a little bit.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here without me.
True.
True.
Yeah,
I am a
that's true.
shitty media guy, no doubt about it.
I don't know, man. I would have to almost go with Chad because I mean he always talked, so it's easy just to keep talking.
Yeah,
and
Mathis
keep
is keeping that Ferry legacy. It's
dude, look at
He's
this.
making it out bigger than it really is.
It is amazing a little bit because
Thank you.
RV and Dunge retired, and I don't know if you made their kind of money, Chad, or maybe you have, or maybe the team cost you a lot, but you've probably got a lot of money, and in their position, they're like, hey, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I think our era, we made more money than those guys
but
did.
I don't know how much you spent on your team, so I don't know how I was looking. But you know what? Like you could walk away, like in there. You could be in their shoes very easy, and you're like, nah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna keep
totally
racing.
I could.
Right.
But it's like I love it. You know, like it's not about like for sure I require a certain paycheck. I think that's part of business. But like as far as the racing, it has been kind of interesting. You know, like to see RV come in and race, and then now he's out, and now Dunge is in and out, and I'm still here. So yeah, I mean, I truly love it. I want to I want to be here, and I honestly believe that with the right package, I can still compete.
Well, you two weren't at you were at some of them, but this guy's in a heat race battling with Dunge, and it might be the loudest applause of the night. And you're just like, well, I'd hire him. like as far as being super popular and the fans loving you still, it's all right there. Like it's remarkable to see these guys that are winning more than you now, and they don't have your following, your applause. Like people are still watching you. They want you to do well. It's remarkable.
Yeah, and we've seen it, like, towards the end, like you've seen Ricky go through his boo years, and then at the end he was getting good cheers.
Wyndham, yeah.
Kevin being probably the more, like, the big cheers. So, yeah, I mean, it goes back to that era, like I'm the last guy standing kind of thing of that, that era. So, people like that.
Yeah, I think they do.
So, yeah, I think I'm... and like on a global level, like I started in Australia, went to Europe, came here, so it's like I hit areas that these guys don't.
When did you do the GPs? Not last year before.
I did. Oh, I did. I went to two GPs last year. I did.
Okay, well I went to the Italy one.
Yes.
And you were a big deal.
Yeah.
Your day went shitty.
I mean, but I wasn't there to race.
But
was it Mantova?
Right? Yeah, Mantova.
You were a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were.
Well,
stoked.
there's got to be like the up and coming kid. There's got to be the older guy. There's always got to be the bad guy, the good guy.
Yeah. Right. I feel like Barsha right now has the bad guy on lock. Like
he really does.
Maybe it's just my Twitter feed because look, I don't really like the guy and he doesn't like me.
I don't really know him.
But my Twitter feed is full of people who hate that dude.
Really? It's crazy because it's off the bike. He's such a nice, quiet kid. It's
like he puts a helmet on and just turns
and
crazy.
Then it's like insane.
All right, next question.
DV, would you be a mini moto dad like Timmy if your son wanted to race?
There's no way in hell.
It's the shortest answer.
It's easy to say that now. When you
he said that too.
No,
I did say that.
When you did,
I said when I knew I was gonna get a boy. He said he's never gonna ride. Or he might ride on a parking lot somewhere to try it out. That's what he did. He did not really like it. I brought him to Star West on the Pee Wee track. He got scared. He did not crash. And he kind of like went down this little tabletop, and it was a single, and then he did not really slow down, and he jumped like 2 feet on the Pee Wee, landed kind of hard, and got scared. He was like 5 years old. He came back to me and he said, "I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done." I'm like, packed up.
Sweet.
We left, and then, you know what? And I'm not a fan of individual sports, really. I think they're really tough, and And, you know, and seriously, I really did not really like what I was doing, though. I got pushed to be that guy.
Didier.
And then
very hard on
the
him.
thing is, when you get to the point where, you know, you quit school when you're 15, and then you suck as an amateur, and then you get pushed and pushed and pushed, you hate it. You want to go out with your friends when you're 16 and do like kid stuff, you know? And then, but at one point, you're smart enough to realize there's nothing on earth that you can do to eat at the end of the month, you know? So you have to do something that you really do not want to do, but you're getting good at it. So you have to pursue this all the way until you retire, you make money, you make a retirement and all that. So all this process is really tough because at first it wasn't my passion to ride bikes.
It's funny.
I liked it, but I like playing soccer better.
Outside of Stu and Ricky, a lot of these kids, Millsaps, Alessi, RV, probably some other that escape me, they don't turn out to be what people thought they would be when they were little kids for one way or another, you know, or they have family drama along the way. You didn't come over with your parents. You were in a different era where your parents couldn't even afford to go to the races. You know what I mean? Like you weren't making money to get them there. But these super hyperactive parents that are like gnarly mini dads, their kids. I think McGrath's idea of you have 10 years, whether it's 15 to 25, 20 to 30, 12 to 22, you only have 10 years and then you're burnt out if you're all doing just moto. But you two came from a different era. And he was probably burnt out a little bit, DV. You know?
Yeah, and you know, going back to my son, I want him to go to my kids, you know, and to go through the school system and then go to college and know like a normal life and maybe, you know.
Who wants to live a normal life?
Do sports.
Screw that.
Do sports. You know, normal life is actually. It's actually pretty good. I know a lot of people, they're really happy. They have a normal life.
I'm out.
They're not worth $20 million, but they're maybe more happy than me, you know? So
rooftop, bro.
The thing is, to go through the school thing, I think it's a good, it's good to learn life through school, through friends, through teams, to maybe college, and, you know.
That's
and
really
after,
long. You're over,
you know,
you're over 30 seconds now.
You know, my daughter is insanely smart. She might be, you know, richer than me when she's 25. You know, she doesn't have to be an athlete. She could find out, you know, be the next.
How much would you love to be in the school when the kids ask DV's kids what their dad does for a living, and they just go,
Do you know I sign stuff for my kids' friends' parents?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Charlotte comes up. She comes up sometimes and then with a picture, say, "Oh, that's for my friend's dad or whatever."
Are you into that yet or no? You do that kind of stuff from
the
your soccer parents or what? Your
not really.
Nobody's
but we're in California, so there's more like
there's not a lot of date.
Yeah, it happens a little, but not that much.
Yeah, not much.
All right, next question.
I think we covered DV's third question with that one as well.
All right.
Chad, if you gave DV and Timmy 30 days to train, who would win in a 5-lap race on a Supercross track?
Supercross. I mean, I've seen Red ride not too low. Trying to think last time.
Loretta Lynn's champion 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. DV, you ride much? But he hates it.
I'll pick Ferry.
Yeah.
But let me
pick for him.
In their primes, DV was a better Supercross rider than Red Dog. So there is that. But I hate to say that, even though DV does not have a Summercross trophy.
I feel like,
beating Jeremy McGrath.
And I think Red got the short end of the stick.
On the 4-stroke?
Yeah. No, like it really, like it was before its time. And
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, next question.
Timmy, what brand do you think Reed will ride next year?
Oh, man.
We haven't been talking either.
I actually really...
Yeah. Timmy doesn't get involved in that.
I would say JGR. Well, I don't know what brand they are. No, I mean, I don't know what brand they are next year.
Oh, yeah. I think they're staying Suzuki. It's up, but I think they're going to stay Suzuki.
Probably stay at Suzuki, maybe.
All right.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
That's a guess.
X-Brand goggles. Anything else?
No, the last one was for DV about his daughter pursuing a career.
I think we know the answer. For that.
She's gonna take it up at 15.
I think we covered that.
Yeah,
She
we
had
did.
10 years, 25.
X-Brand goggle tear-offs, everybody. All right, let's wrap this thing up real quickly. I got to get this in. I didn't want to. I should have got it in earlier, and it sucks. But, all right, so I pulled some various mechanics that you guys had. I want to see if you can answer these questions about your old mechanics. All right, we'll start with Lars for you. What's his wife's name?
Lars's wife's name?
Yep.
Jen.
What's Lars's biggest accomplishment on a dirt bike?
He qualified for a national.
No, night show.
Night show, was it?
Yep.
Didn't he qualify for national too?
He doesn't say that in here.
Oh, okay.
Who had a longer run as your mechanic, Lars or Oscar?
I think Lars was more years. Yeah, Oscar was only 2. Actually 1.5.
What would Lars say was his biggest accomplishment with you?
With me?
Yep.
Probably second in Supercross.
Almost winning Supercross title in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the thing that you did that irritated Lars?
Ooh, I don't know. Probably because I was his boss, but I would. Something with the bike maybe?
No.
What I would do that would irritate him?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You would irritate him when you wouldn't come out to sign autographs.
When I wouldn't come out to sign autographs?
Yep.
Like, other than my autograph signing, I would
guess.
imagine.
I don't know.
Huh.
All right. What's Oscar's wife's name?
Shay.
All right. What was what biggest accomplishment with Oscar?
Supercross champion.
Title. What's Oscar's favorite food and drink?
Food and drink. Food. I don't know. Jeez, he likes burritos. Is it that?
No. He just says beer.
So food and drink is just beer?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
What's the thing that irritated Oscar about you? You probably won't get this one.
Probably that I could out-drink him and party him.
Oh, no, you did get it. All the times that Chad made sure I woke up with a headache.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right, DV, Gothic.
I don't know his wife's name.
No, he doesn't.
He's not married.
What is Gothic's biggest accomplishment on a dirt bike?
Fastest Corona dealer rider.
Almost beating DV racing to the quarry from
That was
Supercross
not
track.
even close. That was not even close.
What's Gothic's career accomplishment with you?
Career accomplishment.
Yeah. What was
Did you win any races with it?
I don't think so. Yeah, we Brussels Supercross.
No, he didn't say that.
What do you say?
He said all the podiums in 04.
Yeah.
Dude, he loved the Bercy Supercross title.
Yeah, we won.
King of Bercy.
King
We
of
were walking around the
Bercy.
shop
Yeah.
all day.
Must have forgot about that one.
Yeah.
All right, what's Gothic's favorite food and drink?
No idea.
Fish heads and beer.
Fish head.
That's what he
I have
said.
no idea.
I was gonna say something like curry hot or something.
Yeah, he
like
loved
that.
curry.
Yeah.
What's the thing about you that irritated Gothic?
Measuring clutch plates.
That was big too. It was.
That could have been. That could have been.
No, he said when LaRocca would pass you.
That's a
That's
yeah,
a good
yeah,
one.
that's a
Although
good
that
one.
could go for Timmy too. For all of us, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, this is Monty.
Monty.
What's his wife's name? Craig Monty.
Cassie.
What's Monty's biggest accomplishment on a dirt bike?
On a dirt bike?
Yep.
I don't know. Dude, I don't think he breaking his collarbone. And during the nationals, and I got a different mechanic for High Point and Southwick.
Who worked for you?
BK.
BK. No, he wrenched. He got second at Loretta Lynn's in the vet class.
Oh, okay.
How many years was he a mechanic?
2000, 2001, 2002, and half. So 3.5.
He says 4.
No, he
He's
quit.
not counting. Yeah, he's not counting. When he went to Fox as the rep.
He quit at the end, in the middle of 03.
What's Craig Monty's favorite drink?
I don't know.
Wine. What's his biggest accomplishment with you?
Supercross wins. I won Supercross win just for him.
He says when you won the World Supercross.
Yeah. But seriously, you can put, because all the Supercross I won was with him though.
Yeah.
7 Supercross wins with Monty.
What's the thing that irritated Monty about you?
Getting past Rocco.
He said the 5 a.m. press days with you.
Oh, dude, I have a good story about that though.
Can you tell us or no?
Yeah, Terry Bill.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the same subject, but we're in Dallas, and Terry Bill says, "Oh, you have to be on the radio show at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or something," and then so I'm in bed. He walks me up like 15 minutes before. Say, "Hey, DV, you got to in 15 minutes. You're on air and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, no worries." I hang up with him. Unplug all the phones, shut off my cell phone, went back to bed. Went back to bed. The next day, he chewed me up. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this shit.
Sure, no problem.
I'm like, no problem. Like, he woke me up. I forgot about it. So 15 minutes before, he make sure I was awake and everything. I'm like, yeah, sure. Unplugged the room and then my cell phone and just went back to sleep. He was so furious.
Williamson never got back to me, so we'll just do me, Red Dog. My wife's name.
Angie.
My biggest accomplishment on a dirt bike.
4 Manitoba titles?
Yeah.
Yes.
I get it?
Yeah. Missed the 5th by 2 points. How long did I work for you for?
From 99 to 2005.
No, you forgot about BK in there. I didn't work when BK was there.
Oh, no, that's right. So 99. So 3, 4. You only worked for me for 4 years?
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
That was longer than that.
What was our biggest accomplishment?
Butts Creek First Moto.
Summercross.
I think Summercross.
Oh, yeah, Summercross.
Beating the king, bro. Beating the king.
Way better.
You beat the GOAT?
Where was
Only in one
Summercross?
moto.
There's only one moto.
Where was
The
Summercross?
Coliseum.
Coliseum in 99.
Dude, you come down the peristyle.
It's a county fair race.
McGrath was there, bro.
Did he crash? Lost the front.
Timmy was pressuring him when he
He
crashed.
did fall. Hey, you used to go up in there, turn around, come down. That's like what my heroes did on TV.
That would be cool to do.
I did that though. 125.
Yeah?
I raced 97, 98 there.
Coliseum.
Yeah, I guess you never did it, right?
No, I never got to
You
do
were
it.
gone by then, yeah. You was gone by then. All right, my favorite food and drink.
Coke,
Cabo Wabo.
Coke and
Coffee.
Cabo Wabo.
I
Starbucks.
don't know. Starbucks? Okay.
What's the thing that you did that irritated me?
Sag.
Question your some kind of setup on the bike. Measurements.
Measurements, bro.
Put half a millimeter on the set height. Half a millimeter.
but
night and day.
I got to go 1 mil on the forks. 1 mil.
How many times did I go out and ride and come in and my bike is not right?
Not a lot, but there was one time.
1 mil.
No,
No, wait.
You're talking to me.
Yeah, he's the wrong guy to
I'm
talk
the
to.
wrong guy to talk to.
He came in one day and said, hey, something's off. And we had made a change during the week on the practice bike, and it was 1 millimeter, and it was off. And I'd put it to the other settings because I'm a shitty mechanic. And I forgot to put it to the new setting of 1 millimeter. And I don't know. He did say that.
1 mil.
I did. 1 millimeter.
He said something's off.
Something's not right.
It's good.
I'm just
I'm always
I'm
right.
like this fucking guy. So that was it. Your measurements. Sag, set height. Oh, God.
It was a big deal. You're short. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
The fork set height was maybe what I remember the most.
We ever, too, like on a steel frames, like we would measure them, and then you guys would ride, like go practice, like on a brand new bike, go practice, measure the frames again, and they'd be 3 mil out, 4 mil out.
Yeah.
Like
or more.
Yeah, no, you'd be like, holy shit, all that testing.
The old Cowies used to be really bad.
Were they?
And that was why they had all the
Gussets
pull
and
rods
stuff?
back. No, the pull rods back then, and then basically they keep stretching, and you'd have to change a pull rod to get to get all the steering back.
Yeah, it's crazy.
De Groot was badass at that.
Anything else, Marks? Are we good? Let's wrap this thing up for these guys.
Skipping voicemails.
Yeah, we'll skip voicemails. These guys don't want to hear it.
Shocking.
There was a few of them in there for it, but Pulpmx show 300, man. We did it, Marks.
Yes, we did.
300 down. Chad Reed, David Vuillemin, Tim Ferry, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. Are you listening or no?
I have a job offer for Chad on my phone.
You got to train him.
I'm his new agent. Look, I'm getting text.
My new agent / trainer.
You got to train him. Apollo, Rocky.
Yeah, but I don't want to die.
Yeah,
He's stuck on
you won't die, DV. Like I don't know.
Apollo died.
He's gonna do it with me.
All right, Timmy. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna read you my sponsors.
Okay.
And you got to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
This could be either really good.
Be nice, because when I did that, it wasn't good.
This could be really epic. All right, we're gonna wrap this up with this. BTOsports.com.
Jason Thomas.
Fly Racing.
Tim Ferry.
Jason Thomas.
NFAB Jeep and Truck Parts.
Jessica Patterson.
Race Tech Suspension and Engines.
Mm.
You never used Race Tech?
Kyle Lewis.
Good one. Vortex Racing.
Stewart. James Stewart.
Gear Alloy.
Scott Sipkovic for some reason?
No.
Okay.
No. Roost MX.
No, that's Alloy Gear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What is gear alloy?
Wheels. Truck wheels.
Oh, I thought you were alloy gear.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah.
Oh.
Gear Alloy, though.
It probably had nothing to do
He
with
said
the
it
name.
backwards.
Yeah. This is a disaster
Wait,
already.
no,
Roost
why is it-
MX. Roost MX.
Roost MX graphics.
Pivot Works.
DV's favorite commercial.
X Brown Goggles.
I don't know what Pivot Works is.
That's ridiculous. You're a dad. You should know that.
Is it gaskets?
No, bearings.
Bearings, okay. I was close.
No, not really. X Brown Goggles.
Clear Vision.
Choice of Champions.
Clear Vision.
Rich Taylor.
Michelin Starcross 5.
Car tires.
Michelin Man.
Works Connection.
I don't know why, but I always think of Ziggy. But it's
That's
I know it's
factory-
Factory Connection, but that's the first thing that always pops in my head.
Such a shit show right
Steve
now.
Lamson.
FMF.
Lil D.
Atlas Neck Brace.
Filippoto.
W Wheels.
W Wheels.
W Wheels.
Nothing.
I got you a set of W's. W. A long time ago.
That guy is Tom White. Was a museum.
Yes, John Anderson. EK Chains. Just say chains.
EK chains.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to use those.
Out of
I
all the
love
ones.
this guy.
Out of
No,
all-
EK chains.
Yeah.
So that guy that imported them.
back in the day. Not now,
He was
but
in
yes.
Jersey.
Yep.
Well, he's the one that took me to Japan.
I thought that was Yokohama Tires.
It was kind of the partners.
Okay.
EK chains.
I ran a,
EK's
think of
Vortex now, right?
yeah. I ran EK chains with Birdwell, green chains.
Really?
Remember they made them in colors. I had a green chain on
Yeah,
a
they
Cowie.
did make them in colors.
Oh,
You're
they
right.
work out for you.
I was bitching.
Yeah.
Guts Racing.
Seat covers.
Get Data.
Truman.
Truman. Totally Truman.
Ride Engineering.
Linkages.
Grindstone Boots.
Honestly, when you say it real fast, it sounds like Grant Langston. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I just fucking kick it.
Hey, what did Langston tell us the two things when he was here?
I had two things on my mind: winning races and smashing pussy.
Why not?
That's what he said when he came to America. He had two things on his mind.
True. True story.
Yeah.
And he said he accomplished both.
Yeah.
He said he was good. So
Oh, did that work out for him?
Yeah.
he said he was good. So anyways.
Mathis, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
So, hey, thanks for coming, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. All the way from Florida. You're in California.
All the way from France.
All the way from
Australia.
Marietta. Thanks. Hope you had fun.
It was a good time.
Yep.
Yeah, we have there's people asking who that weird dude is. This is my friend Eli.
Tomac?
No, kinda. And he's a Tomac in the poker world. So he's a World Series of Poker champion. He has a bracelet, which is like the biggest accomplishment for a poker player.
Is that like for a boxer, like a belt?
Yeah, it's like a little bracelet, diamond thing.
This guy.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because you just stand when you're here, they can see it.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So thanks. Good luck, Chad, with your project bike. Did we make a deal?
Not yet.
Yeah, I thought we made a deal.
We made a deal?
We don't. You can't deal with those guys. They don't know. They're not like businessmen.
I already told you what. No, I'm not a good businessman because I offer to give them for free.
But
yeah, for free for Chad.
For me.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see him.
I need those hubs.
For the guy that roosted you in Butts Creek.
Yeah, we got.
But I got the first moto win.
Yeah, he fired him up. Exactly.
Fired him up.
Yeah, Butts Creek first moto. So thanks, everybody. I really appreciate 300 shows. Thank you, listeners. 33,000 per show the last time we added them up, which is awesome. And tonight's show, Marks, was a big hit right on our server. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. RacerX Facebook Live as well.
Did we break the internet?
Biggest show we've had live, Marks, so far?
Yes, by a fair margin.
Yeah, so there we go. And
How much is fair?
I'm sure the archives are big. So we really appreciate everybody
Glad
listening.
I did a percentage deal.
Yeah.
That's a good gamble.
300 in, and
You used to gamble bigger than this.
Yeah, I did.
I remember
now I got
this
kids.
guy is the luckiest blackjack player in the world.
It's a skill.
No, there's no skill in blackjack.
Yeah.
There's not.
Him, Wyndham, and Mitch one time had enough.
MGM.
Had
I
pretty
remember
much.
MGM. He was playing $1,000 chips. Okay. They were yellow or whatever. MGM, and then he was winning. He was Mitch, and I was on the other table with Wyndham or whatever, and I was playing like maybe 25 or 100. And then Chad comes says, "I thought you had some, couple drinks." He was like pretty happy at that point, and then he comes out and start like gambling big time with $1,000 chips, and then he played 2 hands. So he took my spot, the first spot, and then he gets 2 blackjack in a row, makes 6,000, and then went back to the table just next door and just laughing. I'm like, this guy is the luckiest mofo in the world.
One time I was playing.
I won you money.
You walked by, put down $100 chip. I think it was black $100.
Yeah.
We might have got blackjack or what? We won.
We won.
And you said, and you picked up your $100. I kept the profit, and you just kept walking.
Yeah.
Literally in like.
Yeah, but back
30
then,
seconds.
The gambling at MGM, that was
fun.
It was big though.
Dude, we don't do that anymore.
No, we don't.
I won't say names. I've seen Ryder drop 50K.
Oh, me and Langston set up until 10 o'clock in the morning the year he won thing. I was down 50 grand, and I loaned. I said, dude, I said, I need 50 grand, and he just gave me 50 grand. and then like we ended up.
Timmy's like, what?
I would never give you 50 grand, just so you know.
Just so you know. And he gives me 50 grand. We go on until 10 o'clock in the morning. He wins
from the race the night before.
Yeah,
like so you didn't you raced all night. Yeah.
We didn't.
Right.
We didn't
He won the U.S. Open that year.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so then like we were going up, down, whatever, and then I was like 20 grand down, but I was like, give me 50 grand to pull myself out of the hole, and we just start playing, and like I think it's 7 hands or whatever it is, and then I paid him back his 50 grand, and I come up, I won like 80 grand or something.
No, hey, it's not like that anymore, man. Well,
No,
then I got kicked out of the monster party, so maybe it is. I don't know.
Did you get kicked out, or did you even get in?
Oh, I didn't even get in, but maybe it was going on. Maybe the fun times were there. I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't go.
All right. Well, again, thanks everybody for listening. Thanks to you guys for coming up. Great show, great team, great memories. Thanks to Jimmy Perry, also for coming on, and JT as well. Greatly appreciate it, everybody. We'll be back next week with show 301, and the beat goes on. So once again, I want to thank all of our sponsors, all of our listeners, everybody else. Marks, thank you. Swisscore, Moser, Pookie. Good job, Pookie. David Vuillemin, Chad Reed, Tim Ferry.
Peace out.
We's out.
Then I'm going to sleep.
there's something I want to get off my chest. And it's about that summer when you went away to community college. I got an offer